Hi, Metta Yoga community. Welcome to your free holiday 30-minute express class. So this is a gift that at Metta we wanted to give you a taste of what our Metta On Demand is like, and a chance for you to just do a short practice with us and hope that you enjoy it. So this is Jackie. She's going to be demoing today, and my name is Brandy. I'm going to be leading. It's a 30-minute class. If you have props around you, great, grab them. If not, you won't need them. Just do your best. Never practice through pain, and I hope you have a wonderful little holiday class with us. So we're going to begin on our back. So lay down on your back. And you can just keep your knees bent to start, even just letting the soles of the feet draw wider and your knees pull together. Take your arms beside you, and let's take a few moments just to connect to breath. And if you even like, you could put a hand on the belly, a hand on your chest, and just really get a physical sense of how your breath feels today, that rise and fall of your belly. Tune out any sounds around you, tune out any busyness in the mind, and just really pull your attention onto your inhale and your exhale. Just feeling your back body relax heavy into the floor. And then keep your breath nice and full as we practice. Start to gently pull your knees in towards your chest. So you can either grab your kneecaps or your shins. You can take the knees wide or together, whatever feels most comfortable in your lower back. Might feel really nice to just sway your body side to side. And just start to release that kind of stickiness in the low spine and stickiness in the front of the hips. And then keeping your knees drawn tight and towards your chest, take your arms out nice and wide like the letter T. You can flip your palms down or up. A lot of people like the palms down for a little more stability in the shoulders. And do try to keep your shoulders flat. And we're going to take the legs side to side. So breathe in. And then as you exhale, draw your knees to the left. And they just go to about a hover. So you also activate your core, inner thighs. Bring your knees back up to center as you inhale. And then knees hover to the right. So just making sure that the feet are quite lifted, the knees dip low. Good, come back to center as you breathe in. And then exhale to the left again. Ground your right shoulder down firm. And inhale back through center, squeeze your legs together tight, and then over to the right as you exhale. Left shoulder heavy. Good, one more on each side as you inhale, come back through center, and then take your knees to the left. You can look right on this side if it feels appropriate for the neck. Good, back to center as you inhale, and then knees to the right and gaze might go left as you exhale. Good, and then come back through center. Once again, just grab your legs. You can hug the hamstrings this time if you like, or wrap around the shins. And give yourself another little sway side to side, and then flip your way over and come right into a tabletop. And tabletop position, you want your shoulders right over your wrists, your knees right underneath your sit bones, so even a little further back of the hips if that feels comfortable for you. And keep your left hand grounded. Sweep your right arm up high as you inhale. Open your chest to the right, and then sweep and thread your right arm through to the left. Land onto your outer right shoulder, nice and heavy. So just a couple breaths here. You can keep your left hand pressing into the floor to support you. Make sure there's no strain in your lower back. And a little shift of your left hip back. Good. And take a really deep breath. Let the right rib cage sort of wrap, the right shoulder get heavier. And then as you ground your left hand back to where we came in, reach the right arm up as you inhale, open your chest. Set your right hand down as you exhale. You can just get resituated through your hands and your knees. And then sweep your left arm up as you inhale. Open up as much as you can. Thread your arm to the right, lower down onto the outer left shoulder. And again, situate your right hand where you need to. Make sure there's no strain in the knees. You may need to cushion your knees for this one. And deep breath. Let the left shoulder get heavy as long as there's no pain. Just a little bit of a back bend as your tailbone points up and your chest heavy. And take 2 more rounds of breath. Even a gentle pull of the abdomen in, so start to activate your core. And then use your right hand to bring you back out. Sweep the left hand high, open your chest as you inhale. Set your left hand down as you exhale, and then tuck your toes, breathe in. You can look slightly up or forward. Down dog as you exhale, let your head drop last. And just make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers spread out nice and wide, but without straining or feeling tension between the webbing of the fingers. A little bit of space between the feet, feet about hip distance apart. And put the weight into your index fingers and thumbs. And get long into your arms as you breathe in. Try to lift your hips even higher to the ceiling. And then with each of your exhales, get into the strength of your legs. Push your inner thighs back and your heels towards, extending down towards your mat. And then we'll flow, warm up the spine. Inhale, come forward to high plank. Pause in your high plank. You can lower the knees right away if you need to. Make sure your shoulders are over the wrists. You're strong into your triceps, your belly. And take one more inhale, maybe look forward. Then as you exhale, start to bring your chin, chest, and belly down like a plank of wood, so no worm action through the spine. Very good. Once you land onto the belly, point your toes back. Anchor the tops of your feet strong, so you even feel like your kneecaps are gonna hover. For low cobra, lift your chest, and we'll hold here. So there's no pressure in the hands, they're barely touching, maybe just gliding back a little bit so that your shoulders open back. Still squeeze the abdomen in and up, and then get a little bit longer through the spine, maybe a bit higher as you inhale. And then as you exhale, push back to your knees, find tabletop, and then into down dog, lift your hips up high. So we'll move through a couple of those flows. You can skip them if you need to today. Lift your heels as you inhale. Walk to your hands as you exhale. Good, and then lengthen out your back, breathe in, hands to floor or shins. Fold and drop your head as you exhale, soften your knees. Rise all the way up with strong legs as you inhale, reach high. And then just keep your arms lifted, looking forward. Take your right arm down your right leg. Get strong into your low body as you inhale, lift the left hand high. And then exhale, side bend to the right. You can look up, down, or forward, whatever feels good in your neck. Really strong into the legs, push down through your feet. And take one more long breath. Reach the left arm as far as you can, the right hand as low as you can. And then both arms up with your inhale, rise. Right away, take the left arm down, bend to the left as you exhale. And reconnect to that stability in your low body, from your ribs to your knees and all the way down to the feet active. Using the inhale to find a little bit of a lift, and then the exhale to get into your depth. One more long breath. And then with your inhale, bring yourself back up, both arms high. You can keep your feet together or hip distance, sit into chair pose or Utkatasana, sit low. And want to make sure you see your toes, so I'm going to take a peek down, and if you can't, really try to pull your shins back away from the front of your mat. Front ribs in and arms really strong. Spread or squeeze your fingers, find that energy out your fingertips. And try to sit as low as you can, bring your hands to heart center. Draw a deep breath in, feel length through the spine, and then twist to the right as you exhale, hook your left elbow over. You could also go forearm across your lap, right hand to your low back if that gives you a little more space. Make sure that the hips are more center, in line with your nose and belly button. And then take a couple extra long breaths here to really open up, twist from the rib cage. Even sliding your right shoulder blade back as your left rib cage wraps under. Make sure you're breathing really deep. And stay in your seat, you've got one more. And then you're just gonna come back to center, reach your arms up, but keep your hips low. And twist to the left, so hands through heart, right elbow to left thigh, or again, you could go forearm across your lap. So lots of strength in your low body. Breathe through the sensation that you're experiencing. And recruit your glutes, squeeze the sit bones together, the frontal hip bones together, and your thighs together. And then a couple more rounds of breath as you open up the spine. From the middle back, your thoracic, where we're quite sticky in the spine, left shoulder back. Stay with it, you're strong. You got one more round of breath. Try to keep your seat low. And then with your next inhale, back to center, rise all the way up. This time should feel good. Straighten the legs, look up, and then fold forward as you exhale. Bend your knees as much as you need. Very good. Lengthen out your spine as you inhale. Step back into your high plank as you exhale. You can keep the legs lifted. Breathe in, look forward, or lower the knees and chin, chest, and belly all the way down. Come all the way down to your tummy. And then low cobra, inhale, point your toes. Push back through the knees, down dog as you exhale. Good. And lift your right leg right away as you breathe in. Step your right foot all the way through to your right thumb as you exhale. So you want to make sure your right knee and ankle are stacked. You might have to wiggle your back foot further back. And then gently lower your back knee down. And feel free to protect it, cushion it with a pillow or your mat. You can roll it up. And then just stay low for a moment here and get the hips settling into this lunge, this shape. A little bit of a pull with your right hip back. Good. And then you're going to twist. So take your left elbow across your right thigh and hands at heart center, open your chest to the right. Again, if it's not working for you, you can always come up a little higher, put your left hand on your knee, right hand on your low back. So you choose to keep the back knee lowered, or if you want to spice it up and add a little more strength into the posture, like Jackie, you can lift the knee off the mat. So really squeeze the back leg as straight and strong as you can. Keep your torso slightly lifted up off your front thigh. 2 rounds of breath. Twist open. Shoulders back. Maintain that stability in your core as you come back to center. Take your hands to the floor, breathe in. And as you exhale, step back into plank. Good. You can hold your plank, look forward as you inhale, and then hover into chaturanga, elbows about 90 degrees as you exhale. If you want to move through up dog with straight arms, please make sure your thighs lift, and then down dog as you exhale. Just take 1 round of breath, smooth it out. And again, you can skip those flows if they're not serving you today. Lift your left leg, inhale. Step your left foot all the way through. And again, take the time that you need to make sure your front knee and ankle are stacked. And left leg, wiggle it back, or right leg rather, wiggle it back, and then gently tap your right knee down when you're ready. You can keep the back toes tucked or point them, whatever feels good in your knee. And again, just take a moment to let the hips kind of get heavy. So you're not passive, still pull your abdomen in towards your spine and a little scissoring of the inner thighs. But still feel the front of the hips start to release a little bit. And then you'll cross your right elbow over your left thigh, hands at heart, open up to the left with your chest. And if and when you're ready, you choose, keep your back knee down, or you can lift the knee, keep the leg really strong if the knee is lifted, and still pull your left hip back, wrap your right rib cage under with each exhale. And stay strong, still pushing down through your front foot. And no tension in the jaw or the face. Keep your face soft and your breath full. Last one. And with your inhale, slowly come back to center. Place your hands to the floor. Breathe in again as you look forward. Step back into plank and pause. So just use that pause, that inhale, to get strong into your core and legs, and then lower with your exhale. Hover or to the belly. You back bend of choice, cobra or up dog with strong legs. Good. Down dog as you exhale. And right away, lift your right leg again, breathe in. We only got 30 minutes. Step forward as you breathe out. Now stay high to your back toes. You're still gonna create that really long stance like we did, but back leg straight and strong. Rise into crescent lunge, sweep your arms up. Really feel the stability and balance here through the strength of your legs. If you're wobbly, walk your right foot a smidge wider. Okay, now keep pulling your low ribs in, your tailbone down. Take an inhale, reach up out of your waist, and then you're gonna twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward as you exhale. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Reach up as you inhale, both arms up. Twist to the right as you exhale. Good, last one, inhale, reach up high. And then twist to the right, right arm back. Good, as you inhale, reach up back into your lunge. Warrior 2, now ground your back foot flat, open up wide. So your hips and your chest are open to the left side of your mat. As best as you can, keep squeezing your right knee to the right. Really pull up out of your waist and ground down strong into your feet. And then straighten your front leg. Option here to walk your back foot in a little bit for Trikonasana or triangle. Keep your front leg straight and strong as you reach forward for the front of the room. Put your right hand on your shin and your left hand up to the sky. You can look up to your left thumb. You can also place your right hand on a prop if you have one beside you. Otherwise, just lightly resting it on the shin is great. Keep the legs strong. Use your quadricep muscles to pull the right kneecap up. There's a little bit of a tuck of the hips under, right hip under, and then lean your torso back. Good. And take one more long breath. And then you're just going to bring your left hand back to the floor. So your hands are framing your front foot. You're going to have to step your back foot forward a little more. So we're going to go into twisting triangle. So take that adjustment to make sure the back heel is also grounded. Your front leg is straight. Left hand stays grounded as you inhale. Option to take your right arm up, or you could put your right hand on your low back, depending on how it feels here in your shoulders. And try to make sure that your hips are level, so you're going to hug your right hip back and anchor strong into your back heel, the pinky toe edge of your back foot, and still straight and strong into the front leg, just like triangle. All right, bring your right hand back to the floor, bend your right knee, step your left foot back so you're in a lunge. Take an inhale, eyes up. And then exhale, step back, and this time lower right away through chaturanga. Keep your gaze forward. Good, move through your back bend, push the pinky toenails down, and then down dog as you exhale. Take a breath. Just a little reset. And then lift your left leg as you inhale. Step your foot forward as you exhale. Get that nice long lengthening stance. Take the time you need, pull your left hip back. And with control, rise up into your high lunge, crescent lunge. Again, you might need to walk your left foot just a little bit wider if you feel off balance. But what helps you with the stability here is squeezing your inner thighs towards one another. And again, make sure you're strong into your belly, your core, as we go into the twist. So take a breath in, reach up, and then left arm back, twist to the left as you exhale. Good, reach high again at center, breathe in. Twist left again as you exhale. Follow your breath. Inhale, reach up really high. And then exhale, twist open as much as you can. Good. Back to center crescent as you inhale. Open into warrior two as you exhale. Take those little adjustments with your feet. You might need a wider or shorter step. Don't strain. You want to feel stability. Again, here, it's where you can sustain the pose for a few breaths. And lunging, front knee over front ankle. Sometimes we forget about the back arm here, so make sure it's just as strong and lifted as your front arm. And squeeze your left knee open. Use the glutes and the inner thigh strength. Good, and then straighten your front leg. Heel toe the back foot forward, so you have a bit of a shorter step for triangle. Extend long through your left side, and then place your left hand down and your right arm up. You really want that stability from your foundation, the legs here. You're pushing heavy into the ball of your front foot and squeezing the left quads to pull the left kneecap up. Really good, and your back heel heavy. Even spread or squeeze the fingers. Again, find that energy through your fingertips. Pull your shoulders back away from your ears so there's no tension in the neck. And just nice and long through your left side body. Really good. Last two breaths. And then go ahead, bring your right hand down. So you're framing your front foot. You're going to hop your back foot up to a much shorter step for most of us, a pretty short step. Even stagger the feet a little wider. And the right hand stays underneath your shoulder. Lengthen your chest. Lift your left arm up for twisting triangle, or left hand into your low back. Never force that reach if it doesn't feel good in your shoulders or if it really strains you to hold the pose. We want to find the freedom and length in the spine. Your crown of your head pulling forward, your tailbone pulling back. And then with breath, of course, the rotation in the spine. So use your exhales to wrap your right rib cage under and open your chest up more to the left. And keep pushing the back leg, back heel strong. And twists are so good for our internal organs, our liver. One more breath. This is a holiday special. All right, bring your left hand down. Take a bend into the front knee. Hop your right foot back so you're in a lunge. And as you inhale, lift your chest. Step back into plank and lower right away with your exhale. Very nice. Back bend, cobra or up dog if you're flowing. And then press your way back into down dog. A nice long, calm breath. Try to breathe through your nose if you can. And then lift your right leg as you inhale. Step your right foot through to your right thumb as you exhale. This time you're going to lower your back knee down again. Make sure it's feeling safe, protected, and stable. Put your right hand on the inside of your right foot. You can let your right knee and toe wiggle out to the side a little bit. Just make sure your knee and toes are pointing in the same direction. And then you're going to keep your left hand grounded. Put your right hand on your right thigh. Nice low lunge, but still twist, opening up to the right. Bit of pressure with your left hand into the floor so that you're out of the elbow and shoulder joint and really still feel the muscles around the joint working. Make sure there's no pain in the knees, of course. And still belly to spine, keeping your core engaged to protect your low back. All right, and then come back through center. Turn your front knee and toes forward again. Frame your front foot. Tuck your back toes under so the back knee lifts. It's straight and strong as you inhale, eyes forward. And then just into down dog as you exhale. Right away, inhale your left leg up. And then step your left foot forward. Tap your right knee down. Make sure it's protected. And then left hand to the inside of your left foot. Again, you can wiggle the knee and the toes out wide. You can see Jackie's taking that little bit further stance out. Just make sure the knee and toes are always in the same direction. Take your twist, left hand to left thigh. Right hand heavy, so you're actively pushing your right hand down, right shoulder back. And the back toes can point or tuck. It's preference, whatever feels best in your body and your knee. You might even lean back a little bit, open up one more breath. All right, and then come back through center. Turn your front foot and knee forward, frame the leg, tuck your back toes under so you're strong as you inhale, lift your chest, and then just into down dog as you exhale. All right, and then you're just gonna lower onto your knees, lay down onto your back. Very good, so just lay down onto your back. Keep your knees bent, so the soles of your feet are onto the mat. With your feet and knees hip distance apart this time. So just wanna make sure you can walk your heels in and nearly touch the heels. If you can't touch, that's okay, don't sweat it. And moving into bridge pose. So nice opening into the front body, a little back bend. So push your feet down, start to lift your hips and chest up. And then you can rock your shoulders under. Option to lace your hands underneath you. Not accessible for everyone, so a great option if you can't is robot arms. You push your elbows down and point your fingers up. And just keep tucking the shoulders under, kind of right, left. Now bring the focus back into your low body, your legs. Push into the inside edges of your feet. Lots of energy through your inner thighs and hamstrings, and your glutes as well. The glutes are on here to help you lift your hips up and move your chest bone up to your chin. Lots of breath as you open up the front body. One more, still squeeze the legs, low body very active. And then keep it active, turned on as you release your arms out. Lower your spine down. You can start with the upper back, middle back, and then let the back of your hips softly land. Good, and just rest. Knees together, feet wide is nice. Some people like to go knees wide, feet together, or even legs straight. Just take a moment to let the spine realign and the breath calm. All right, and then just walk your feet in or your knees in if they were separated. And then hug your right knee in towards your chest. You can lace your hands around your shin. And then you can straighten your left leg out when you're ready. And from here, you may need a strap if you have a tie or a scarf or something around you. If you can't reach the foot, you might want to grab that, but straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling. Peace fingers to big toe or wherever you can wrap. You might even just wrap your hands around the shin bone. And just pause here at straight leg for a moment. And then we're going to take this into a twist. So you're going to keep your right arm out, left hand to your right foot, and take your leg all the way over to the left. You're going to let your right hip lift up. So you're taking the hip up and all the way into a twist. And if this doesn't work for you, you can bend the knee, find what works. You can even bend the bottom knee and just go into a regular supine twist. This is a nice opening for the outside of the leg as well as the spine. And gaze to the right if it serves you. And we won't be here for long. Keep your bottom leg strong. You can flex or point the toes. And make sure your breath is really full, especially when we twist. We want that full, expansive inhale and exhale to get the most out of it for our back and our organs and our lungs. Good. Come back to center. Bring the leg up. And then hug both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then release the right foot down. Keep your hands wrapped around your left shin or behind the knee. And you can certainly straighten the right leg out if it serves you, if it feels good. And then straighten your left leg up towards the ceiling. Just both hands around the calf or both hands around the foot or peace fingers to toe. Whatever you have, if you've got that prop around you, amazing to have a yoga strap or a tie or a scarf. And then your left arm goes out, right hand holds your foot or use that prop and take the leg all the way over to the right. Let the left hip lift up. So you're taking it into the twist as well. And then gaze can go over your left shoulder. And it's never straining your body. Make sure your breath is your greatest guide. You're still able to breathe really free and smooth without cringing or holding the jaw. And the bottom leg strong. So really active just for a few more breaths. And then bring your leg all the way back up to center. Once again, hug both knees in towards your chest. And then you're just going to let your feet land onto the floor. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. And stay in this shape, but we'll do one final twist. So you're going to keep this nice shape with the legs. It's a great hip opener as well. Lower your legs to the left. And we won't be in it for long. You can look right. 30 minutes goes by quick. So of course, if you ever need any extra postures or any modifications, we encourage you to take that. And then slowly bring your legs all the way back up to center. Set your right foot down, cross your left ankle over. And then legs to the right, gaze to the left. Deep belly breath. About 2 more. Very good. Come back to center and then just set your feet down. Now we'll come into Supta Baddha Konasana to finish off our practice. So bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees butterfly open. You might like to put pillows or blocks if you have them underneath your outer thighs. Just that support to really let the inner thighs relax. Soften your shoulder blades under. You can even do a little tuck of the tail under the chin to your chest if it feels good for you. And completely soften into your mat, into the floor. Feel your eyelids get heavy. Close your eyes. Relax your jaw and your face, all those little muscles around the eyes, your cheeks. Even these little tiny muscles around the ears, relax. Around your temples. Thank you for taking the time to do this short practice with us. If you enjoyed the class, we encourage you to check out Metta On Demand. We have 60+ classes on there, something for everyone, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for taking the time. Namaste.